not leave the welfare of your kids to the hands of their teachers alone. You have to act up and take responsibility.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Damilola and you're welcome to Dami's Niche. On this channel I post some content relating to lifestyle, food vlogs, relationship and every other good stuff. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please do subscribe to my channel and do not forget to give my videos a thumbs up. Subscribers, thank you guys for always being there. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate you greatly and I pray God blesses you, keeps you and gives you peace by all means. Most importantly, I would like that you guys engage my videos. Okay, that's as important as me dropping videos here. Okay, so please do what to drop a comment every now and then you stop by. Okay, video I'm going to be talking about something very interesting, and it's interesting and quite emotional at the same time, because but they are just things that actually make me feel pained, and these are the challenges I've faced in this profession, and I will just be dropping some of them in today's video. I hope you find one or two things to learn from them, especially as a parent and as a prospective parent, so you know where and where you need to buckle up. Okay, and if you feel that you are not lacking behind your responsibility, you can as well know the right school to take your kids to. Okay, because it's as important as any other thing. All right, so just sit back, relax and enjoy today's video. Do not go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Guys, so I'm going to be starting with some of the changes or some of the traits that I have discovered in my few years in this profession regarding children. Okay, so we understand that kids tends to display different characters based on the things they observe in their environment, based on the things they're exposed to. Okay, so their level of exposure to certain things, tells a lot on what kind of traits and characteristics they would actually display in classes or even at home or in society as a whole. So we understand that the first social group that a child belongs to is the family. So I can tell that in the first 3 years of a child's life, or okay, now that kids go to school quite early, but normally the first 3 years of a child's life, the child learns by observation, and observation from where? From the surrounding, the environment, parents, sisters, siblings, family generally, basically. So before they are being brought to another social group, which is called school. I can tell that a lot of things happen with kids, and you most likely not come in terms with these things if you are not a kind of parent or a guardian that actually takes note of them. Because one thing you must understand, that which most parents fail to understand, let me say that, is the fact that you shift your responsibility to the teachers, to the school, and you expect that a lot of them come with this idea that after all their kids spend more time in school than any other place, so whatever traits, whatever behavior they display is brought from the school. Now, are you telling me that as a parent, even without the effect of your school, your life child, are you saying that you can't man up and take up responsibility for your child's behavior? Be observant, know the things that happens to him or her, know the character traits of the child, know even when something is going on, you can tell first even before the school determines it or detects it. But the reverse is the case. Now we find parents coming with the idea that my child spends more time in the school, so whatever thing he or she does, I feel that that's a lot of effect on the school itself. Or maybe my child got this trait from the school. I will not sit back. Maybe because I'm let me not say that I'm talking because I'm a teacher, but from what I've seen so far in this case, I can say basically that, see, upbringing of a child is not a one-sided thing. There are some things that you can't afford to shift to another party just for the person to take ownership for you. Okay, no matter how good his school is, no matter how good your child's teacher is, you still cannot shift your responsibility to him or her. There are some things you need to take note by yourself as a parent, and you can't shift that responsibility to anyone else. Now, let me not talk too much. Okay, now let me start with the first thing I noticed in kids. I'm going to be talking about their behavioral changes. See, if you have a child that is very calm, cool, collected, hardly talks, gentle, and all the likes, because it could just be because the child does not have who or someone to talk to. That's why the child is actually displaying that kind of gentle trait, and you just feel like, my child is naturally gentle. You might not be able to tell confidently until the child is exposed to a school setting where you meet a lot of children from different backgrounds, children with different upbringing, children with different behavioral traits, and if care is not taken, the child might actually get entangled with them, and at the end of the day will start displaying some funny traits. So you see a lot of negative behaviors in kids these days, and I begin to wonder what is going on. Is it the school that is bringing this harm to us or to our kids, or is from the home or from the environment? Okay, now I am going to be talking based on my experience in this line, and I'm going to be saying that basically, see, the effect of peer influence in the life of a child cannot be underestimated. There is a lot that peer influence has to do in the life of a child, because kids like mixing up with people. They like to be part of a cliche. They like to have friends around and all that, except your child is that kind of person that hardly makes friends. And even if the child is that kind of person, over time the child will change. Okay, even if you want to be a quiet child, I have scholars in my class that when I first met them as a teacher, they would most likely love to be on their own, they are reserved and all that. But now I see changes in them, because right now they are mixing up. Now, if you're not careful, these negative behaviors, mostly a lot of them gather it from their peer groups. Okay, so I just wonder, how do you notice your child doing some naughty things, and you just pretend like you're not seeing them, or you're waiting for a teacher to call your attention to them? I feel that you should be able to understand every child that comes through you. Okay, and one of the ways by which you can do that is that you have to be very observant. You have to be very observant. You can't just open your eyes and allow what's it called now, what to enter is, I don't know how to put that in English language, because they said that ojú méjì ló bímọ, ojú mẹ́rin ló bímọ, rather, that ojú ìgbà ojú ló ń sọ. Okay, so you need to watch out for these behaviors. If you notice any slightest behavioral change in your child, you must be able to detect on time. But we find parents that do not want to believe what you have to say, because these kids are so funny that they show a different behavior in school and they tend to display another one at home, and you're asking yourself, what is going on? And when you bring it to the attention of the parent that your child is doing this and this in school, is bullying someone, your child is being naughty, throwing tantrums and all that, parents will be like, no way, my son does not talk, he's very gentle, and he does whatever I tell him to do. So my question is that at the end of the day, it becomes a story of two different dimensions. I mean, it becomes a different story entirely. The parent is saying something, the teacher is saying something else, and it's like, who is lying, who is lying, who is saying what not. But you must believe me, I said the teacher is trying to be biased. If a teacher calls your attention to a particular trait in your child, trust me, the teacher can never be wrong. Will most likely not be wrong. Let me use that word, because we are the ones that stay with these kids, at least for a good number of times and over the term, and we can tell you comfortably the traits of your children. So if a teacher tells you that this is and these are the things that your child does, you shouldn't be so quick to defend them and reject it and those kind of things. You have to watch out for them as well. Okay, so you can't leave these things to the hands of the teachers alone. You must watch out for any slightest change in the behavior of your children and be ready to attack it from the roots. That actually causes a lot of harm. Children doing naughty things, and you claim that they are just kids, leave them, they are just kids, they'll get over it. And I'm like, no. No matter how young a child is, if you notice any kind of negative behavior in that child, you must curtail it at that point. I have scholars in my class that cannot read. Imagine, this is basic 3 class, primary 3 class, for those of you that don't know what basic 3 means. And you see scholars that cannot read. And the question is that, what were their parents doing? What were they doing? I mean, from their crèche, from their nursery school days, nursery 1, nursery 2, primary 1, primary 2, and as a parent, is it that it didn't even come across your mind to ask your child to read at one point in time, to be sure that your child can actually do some basic things that he or she is meant to do at each level of education? And now you get to this particular class and the child cannot still not perform, and I'm just like, okay, let's assume the teacher was tired of training the child, helping the child to develop. What about the parents? Because I don't seem to get it. That's why I say that we need to really be involved in the upbringing of our children. I don't intend that this video should be long, but if I continue with these points that I'm still talking about, although I'm kind of diverting, but it's still all for good, I'll most likely not be able to talk as much as I would want to take this into serious right now. I'm going to be picking them one after the other, but for this video, just have it in mind that you need to watch out for any slightest change in behaviors of your children, and you must be ready to nip it in the bud right at the onset. Rather, don't wait till you are told. Even if you are told, it's even an advantage for you, well, but make sure that you take the bull by the horn. I don't know whether because I'm a teacher, that's why I'm sounding this way. In fact, yesterday I saw a lot of things and I was just like shaking my head. In how do I put it now, in shock, because I'm like, hey God, and my kids are coming to join this generation of God, just help me. And after talking about the challenges faced, and I'm still going to talk about the solution to this problem, or I'm even talking about the solution already. So the solution is already embedded in this, that you need to be involved in the upbringing of your children, and we need God. Like, I can't overemphasize the importance of God in the life of our children. See, you can train up your child properly from home, and the child gets to school and it's a different ballgame entirely. Why? Because of peer influence, negative peer influence. So this is even a topic on its own. Well, but I can't talk about negative behavioral attitude or traits without relating it to peer influence, because I think that's one of the biggest challenges of every child. If a child is able to subdue that challenge, trust me, the child can handle anything that comes his our way. So this is me signing out on today's series, part one, on taking note of certain things that pertains to your children. And I hope that you have learned one or two things from this particular video. So till I come your way, same time, same channel, same me, next time or very soon, as the case may be. Please do not forget to give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not, drop a comment and let me know in the comment section down below what are those things that I said actually stuck with you, okay? And if you have any other things to say regarding this, please drop it in the comment section down below. I remain your favorite baby girl, Dami Stage. Thank you for staying and for watching to the end. God bless you. Till I see you next time, keep the fire burning. Bye. I love you.